It is a 3 to 4 experiment. We observe this phenomenon that the end product, metabolic product or biomass which left behind after this test is shows the positive effect on plant as well as on this earthworm. Now there are some more tests which we are conducting right now. It is under process, like Daphnia, then breeding of this earthworm, which will definitely indicate its 100% positive result. And you can see that during this sorghum toxicity test, they are very delicate during that seed germination process. So at this stage, we observe very good root and shoot length development with respect to control as well as good biomass development. So that itself indicates that it's giving a certain positive significant difference with respect to control as well as treated one.
So I would like to invite Advocate Vineet Bhagat, who is the very senior advocate from Supreme Court. He would like to shed some light on this.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you, Vineet.
Thank you.
Good evening, friends. Thank you, Pranay. Thank you, Vasudha, John, Dr. Saxena, delegates, friends. Now we are going to change gears. अभी तक सब टेक्निकल चल रहा था, अब थोड़ा सा लीगल हो जाए, लीगली टेक्निकल हो जाए. Let me start with the jurisprudence. The subject which I have been given is quite vast. I don't know how to compress it into 10 minutes. I have been given 10 minutes only, and I was told that I have to make sure that you don't fall asleep within these 10 minutes. So how it all started, initially when the constitution was, constitution was formed, environment was not part of the constitution. Conservation of the environment, improvement of the environment and the forest, wildlife was not part of it. It was only in 1976, an amendment, 42nd amendment came, wherein two articles were introduced. One was 48A and the other is 51AG. 48A imposes a duty on the state, that is the government, to protect, improve the environment and also to safeguard the forest and wildlife of the country. And what is 51AG? 51A subclause G imposes a duty on all of us as citizens of this country, to do the same. Protect the environment, improve the environment and safeguard the forests. Now you will say that a duty has been imposed, where are our rights? As far as the rights are concerned, Supreme Court, while interpreting Article 21 of the Constitution, says the right to wholesome environment is covered in Article 21. Article 21 is entitled Right to Life. Right to life also contains right to liberty, right to life also contains right to education, right to life also contains the right to wholesome environment. So that is how Supreme Court has interpreted that you have a right. There may be duties imposed by the Constitution, but you also have a right to wholesome environment. Prior to 1980 until early 1980s, only the rules were with respect to water pollution, when in 1986 the complete code about Environment Protection Act came into force. Thereafter, a lot of water has flown under the bridge, and just a second, yeah. A lot of work has been done, and a lot of air pollution, noise pollution, water pollution, all those laws are there, but today we are concerned about only plastic. And the most important word which my friend Pranay is very enthusiastic about is sustainability. So I tried finding out a citation which will contain the word sustainable and coupled with environment. I found out Supreme Court in 2002 in TV Godavarman, kindly read it yourself, versus Union of India, the Supreme Court made a most remarkable contribution by saying that the adoption of the right to sustainable development as a hardcore principle of environmental law in India. So sustainability, sustainable development is the principle which is the basic foundation for the environmental law in India. The first rules which came into being were in 1999, governing the plastic manufacture and usage rules. The main features were to protect the human health from the risk of colored plastic bags, control of the packaging of food products in recycled plastic, and to minimize the littering problem. What is interesting is they are banning the packaging of these material, but they are not banning the material itself, the tobacco itself, which is causing more harm. In all these laws, the sustainability has not been addressed, though I have said that Supreme Court has said that sustainable development in environmental law is the basic foundation, like there's a basic principle of constitution. But still, I see that sustainability has not been addressed because all the stakeholders have not been consulted. In the end, all I want to say is that a small anecdote which I want to relate. What makes the world go around? Dunia goal hai, घूमती रहेगी, कुछ ना कुछ नया चलता रहेगा. What I want to say is every solution to a problem ultimately becomes a problem because, see, 100 years back when there were no cars in US, John is from US. US is, वहाँ पे सब कुछ बहुत ज़्यादा होता है. Everything is like large and everything is big and everything, so everything is too much. So there were horse carriages. And they used to use horse carriages, and for horse carriages you will need horses, and there were so many horses, and when there were so many horses on the road, there's so much of horse dung. And they were like, cleaning up horse dung, and there's so much of smell and stink, and they got, fed up with that stink, and they wanted to do something about it. So they invented the car. A car was a solution to those horse carriages and the dung, horse dung and the stink. What happens after 100 years? The car is the problem. So we are coming up with solutions. Plastic was a solution to something, when it was invented, say 400 years back. Huh? Plastic has a history of 400 years, right? 150 years. So it was solution to something. Though today it has become a problem. So we are looking at a solution.